is when women decide that something is no longer serving them and they get the fuck up out of it. Like, this is no longer meant for me. Gotta blast. I love that. Like, I love when women choose themselves, put themselves first. Like, I love that. Girl, look at you. Realizing who the fuck you are and realizing not. I'm not going to deal with this any longer. I need to get up out of this. I need to do what's best for me. And you did that shit. And that's why you a boss ass bitch, because you did that shit. You did that shit. Never forget that you did that shit.
Hey y'all, welcome to season 2. I don't know which episode it is, so don't mind me, of the Do Not Resuscitate podcast, where we are pulling the plug on things that no longer serve us. We hope you all are enjoying your week, your weekend, or whatever it may be. Whenever you're listening to this, we're hoping if you are a new subscriber that you would like to come back and join us another time. And if you're returning, hey girl, hey. I am your host, Ruthia the Innocent One. And this is my beautiful co-host,
Nicole, the one that's going to tell the truth about Ruthia.
They'll get to know me on their own, whatever. And that's our producer over there. Introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. Oh, introduce myself. I'm Cam Beats.
Is that what you want the people to call you? Soda Pop?
Can Beats.
Okay, Tommy. As you all can see, we have a beautiful guest, which means I'm going to try with every ounce in me to behave myself, but it's probably not going to work. Introduce yourself, guest.
Hello, everyone. I am JohnRaé Stowers, and I am happy to be here with both Nicole and Ruthia. I am prepared for all of the shenanigans because that's what happens when you're in their presence. So
that's good.
Here we are.
It is the United States of Libra season.
Oh,
okay, clap it up for myself. Okay, the claps can be for JohnRaé because she's here.
That's right.
Whatever. Yes. So let's do these check-ins. How y'all been doing? How y'all been feeling?
Good. I've been doing good. So me and Ruthia just finished the show yesterday in Chicago, Culture of Curves. Mm-hmm. It was amazing. The theme was homecoming. And it was, it was top tier. It was super good. It was so good. We had so much fun. I'm tired though. I couldn't even hardly get out of bed this morning. I'm tired.
I know you are.
But it was a lot of work. It was worth it.
For sure.
That's why I got all this extra hair that I don't know how to operate. I've been patting on it, digging in it all day today. So
she's been getting on my nerves. What am I supposed to do? Leave it alone.
Because I'm itching and this is a no for me. But it was great. It was so much fun. And I really enjoyed being with Ruthia, even though she get on every nerve I have in my body. But it was worth it. She looked beautiful yesterday. She rocked it.
I don't need no buttons.
Right. We rocked it. And so this show happens every year and it's a really big show. And this year was her 10th anniversary.
Yep.
And so me and Ruthia were the only models from Milwaukee. The rest of them are most from Chicago, but it was a couple from Alabama,
and Miami.
I feel like it was one other place, but
she might have been from LA.
Yeah,
not 100% sure.
Remember. But
the out-of-state models rocked. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shut it down real quick.
Of course I did.
Definitely. So
Diva Angels.
Good. Yeah.
Of course I did.
I enjoyed it. Even the difference, because like I said, when you behind the scenes and you're just in rehearsals, you don't know what's gonna be show day. Mm-hmm. But when you see everything come together, it's like, oh, that makes sense now. Mm-hmm. So it was a lot of fun working with new people, new boutiques, somebody that's not from our city. So then they also got a taste of who we are from here. Because they definitely was like, okay, out of town, okay, Milwaukee, okay, so like we came in with a whole different energy, and it also helps us appreciate what we have here as well, because there is a sisterhood here that we don't always get, but it's also, like I said, it was a great vibe there, but it was just like, I miss this person, or I miss this about this. So it also allowed us to expand our wings, but also be like, you know what, we need to love on what we have here as well.
Right. Of course, we found like there we would see models who reminded us of models here. So we
Yes.
like, she walked like so and so, or she looked like her, or she acted like her, you know. So
For
we
sure.
kind of still brought it home.
Because I'm a nickname everybody.
Yes, Lord.
This is true. This is very true.
So you.
But yeah, but
We-
it was a.
we
it
had
was
a turn up.
packed.
We had
It
a
was-
turn up
Girl
girl.
was packed.
Yeah,
I know
we
it
call her
was.
turn up, but it was like
They said,
about
close to 400 people.
400 people, and it was a live crowd. Like it was live.
They
was standing
were
up. They was on their feet
lit.
Oh,
the
wow.
whole time, like, you know, cheering and clapping.
And it was just a fashion show. Like there was nothing else.
well,
included.
it's really a production. So it is
Yeah.
a
Okay.
production. So
Okay.
she always incorporates dance into it, and so it was exciting for me to see Ruthia see like how it ended, because we were seeing them practice, you know, 3
Mhm.
different dances, but then it was like, but how are they gonna put it together?
Right.
And then to see it all get put together, like,
So it was
how did
like,
they even come up with that?
because it was homecoming, they was like battling in the stands kind of thing, and it was like
Okay.
majorette dancing, and someone was stepping like
And
they were in a
stepping.
sorority. It was
Well, a lot of
a
those girls are in sororities.
right, but it was just like, because they kept on
Okay.
saying like, why you not dancing? Because you spicy, and I was just like, because I don't live here. No, I was
Not
trying to be
that.
demure, but it was very
Spicy is
the fuck.
accurate.
But it was great to relax, Tommy, before I shoot at
I
you.
probably shouldn't agree either. I'm like, very much so.
My gunshot said.
Okay.
But it was great to see that. I love that they had the mascots. Like every single detail was homecoming. Like the
Mhm.
programs they had,
Oh.
they did have vendors and stuff out there. So it was like a pre-vendor special, and then it was the fashion show. I love how they gave her homecoming queen because it was her anniversary. So I thought that
Oh,
was
that's
really,
really
cute. And then the fashion show part, ate down, honey, because
Yes.
we left no crumbs. Period. It
That's
was
so
fun.
good.
It was fun.
Year 10, that's a big year. That's a big
Yeah.
year.
I'm undecided if I'm going back next year. I mean, I would love to, but baby, I'm gonna be old
Oh.
and I'm gonna be tired
No.
because I'm already tired.
Hello.
I'm speaking
I'm
for
like,
me.
what
What
are
we
we
talking
talking about?
She just talking. Don't
Well,
listen.
because they told me if I come back, I have to dance.
Yeah, you could do that.
You totally can do that.
You be
Right.
dancing?
They didn't have no breath when they came back, and I was sitting
And
back
they
there
was
eating
sweating,
cheese and
too. That was
crackers.
that was the hard part for them.
I was
They
back there.
came back and she was eating.
I was back there like,
Cheese and
y'all
crackers.
killed that. Y'all did that. You need some water because you okay. Let me help you out. But it was a great, like even like backstage, like
The
we
models
had
helping each other.
backstage help, but it was like, come on, sis, I got you in the next scene. Like, let me help you pull this
Gotcha.
up and whatever. Or you need some of this, or you need some wipes
Sure.
and whatever. So
Sure.
it was a community back there. So I
Gotcha.
appreciated that.
Yeah, we are officially sisters.
Oh, yeah.
You want me to tell them why
Yeah.
we? Okay,
Just go
so
ahead.
I had on a thong, right? And
Of
it
course
was
you
With the
did.
shapewear.
With shapewear.
Okay.
Because so one of my scenes was supposed to be lingerie. So of course I want to have skin tone thongs because I don't want to just have my body in somebody else's stuff.
This one.
So I was
If
prepared.
only y'all knew.
So I'm prepared for anything. So I'm like, well, if I put my skin tone underwear on, then I have my shapewear on. So I'm ready for scene 1 and scene 3. So I can just boop, 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 quicker motions. The way that thong was in my soul.
Oh.
So guess who had to be the
Digger outer.
that would be me.
Oh.
She dug me out
All
with
the
her
way.
with her whole hand, not her 2 fingers.
Like I was up to like here, like this.
Are
in
you
booty.
serious?
I was like in booty.
It's
like,
a lot of booty back there.
That is
Yeah.
the fact.
So
That
I
is-
said, it is official. You are my sister.
She
But
got
I've been
it
calling
out.
her my
I had to
mama.
go in. Yeah. So I had to go in.
I
Had to
appreciate
go in and
you.
hear that.
Let me clap for you
I
because
said,
oh,
Yeah, that is like, let me clap for you. I
That
was like, why?
but I'm pretty sure
it
anybody
was a
back
lot of
there,
information, though.
anybody back there would have been like, I'll do it because they was very touchy.
Yeah, that's usually.
I was like, okay.
Yeah,
But yeah, it was a good
And all the
time. It was a good
girlfriends.
time.
this one.
I do be having all the girlfriends,
Yeah,
and I
all the
am not gay.
girlfriends.
I gotta stop playing with people.
She does. She does have all the girlfriends. So
Oh,
much
yeah.
so. Ah.
They was walking past, looking at her booty, looking at their lips.
Literally,
But in fairness, like it is
A lot.
a sight to see. And the fact that it is a sight and that the waist
It's
is like
this
this.
big.
Her waist
Some-
is like
literally,
this.
like after the show, a lady from the audience came back there. Like we getting changed, so I'm
Yeah.
free for all. She was standing there. I'm just naked. She like, baby, body is tea. Like I got you
Yes.
from every single angle. I don't even know you, and I'm standing there like,
And I'm like, how do you do that? Like, how do you have like this and then this? And you didn't buy that. You were
and
born
and somebody
with
asked me that, like, so where you go? And I'm like, to the kitchen. What do you mean?
that.
I eat. I don't waste any meals.
At all.
You don't eat nothing.
What?
You don't eat nothing. Toddler palate.
Why did I know?
You're not the first person that said
I mean,
That you don't eat?
only so many chicken
You're
nuggets. Only
I
so many
eat,
chicken nuggets
but
you
I
can
she
eat.
eat this much food
And then that's enough.
It'd be enough.
Mm.
Like Chipotle? No, Qdoba. That's a big bowl.
It is a big bowl.
I can
Oh.
eat that in like 3 or 4 settings.
Okay. I probably can do 2.5.
Go-
Don't get my kids started.
You gotta go to the Chipotle in Menominee Falls. I went there
Chipotle?
yesterday.
Chipotle.
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 Black people.
Chipotle.
You
You
gotta
gotta
go
go
to
to Chipotle.
That's like
Whoever serves me put a
Oh, she
pound,
be
a
serving you,
pound of
huh?
rice,
She be serving
all
you?
the bees,
Oh.
all
the hog.
it was- she couldn't put the top on. You know how you be like, give me a little bit more rice. You be trying to ask them to give. She didn't. I didn't have to ask her for nothing.
Oh,
It was
she
overflowing with stuff.
Overflowing.
Overflowing with.
That's a
She
word.
gave you overflow.
That's a word though. Serve from the overflow, but don't let her serve you no more.
I'm
So,
just-
Are you
I'm like, I'm just here.
you jealous?
Oh.
I told you.
Girl, fuck you. Anywho, how you been doing, JohnRaé?
I've been I've been good. I've been resting. I've
I
been
bet.
happy.
Have you been resting?
I have been resting.
Okay.
Because I just seen her.
That is rest.
Oh, then I think
If
she
you-
was somewhere eating, right?
Yes.
Well,
And
eating
Some
is.
dip or something.
I
right?
was, yes, I was.
Eating
I
is.
was
at
at
City
City Social.
Social.
I gotta go.
And it was delicious. And guess what? I was by myself. And so I was
Oh.
there enjoying being by myself.
Yes, ma'am.
That's that right
Man,
there.
that's-
Because a lot of my time is spent with other people.
That's
so-
very
That's
true.
good though.
So when I say rest, it is spending time with myself
Mhm.
and being able to enjoy it and love on me
That's what's
and
up.
breathe
Part of self-care. That's real.
and tell them to call.
Well,
Yes.
well, since we're
Absolutely.
here, let's get into the topic: the woosah after the brunch.
The woosah. Yeah.
So let's start off with how did the brunch get started and what does it mean to you?
And that is like one of my favorite
Me
songs
too.
in the world. I was over here like, oh, we about to do it. So how perfect. So the brunch started, and the idea behind it started in 2014 after my mom passed. And me and my mom were very, very close. We're just a close family. I have an older sister, older brother. And after she passed, I felt kind of lost. And I felt like I was floundering and I didn't have that female perspective to kind of help guide me, that matriarch. And so I struggled. At the time, Denisha Tate was my mentor, and now she's McAllister. Denisha McAllister was my mentor, and I would talk to her about it. And I was like, I need something. I need women around me to just help me know that it's going to be okay. And so, you know, I love people, I love events, I love fashion. And so I was like, we should do a brunch. We should do like a brunch and have women come together, and everything that's dealing with the brunch would be ran by a female. So all female businesses, female DJ, female speaker. And so so that no matter what happens, a woman can depend on another woman. They can pull from another woman. So like you want to buy a house, sis, I got you.
Yep,
You
yep.
need your hair done, sis, I got you. You need
For
makeup.
sure.
And so that was really the catalyst, the key behind getting it started was like my mom, like what would she do? And she was a girl's girl, very much into fashion, very much into mentorship and all of that. And so it just kind of birthed the Divas Brunch. So the very first one was actually at the Women's Center, the Whitefish Bay Women's Center.
Okay.
So we was keeping it cute with all female things.
Right.
So it was at the Women's Center, and we had approximately 100 guests. And it's so funny, like when I think about it, I wasn't even worried about like the details. I was more concerned about getting women in the room. I didn't care about a tablecloth, a chair cover, a balloon.
now-
They came.
You, I'm like, and they came, and shout out to Taisha Price. She came and she was like, "You can't just have the event look like this." I'm like, "I can't." And she went from her, her own stash and brought tablecloths and stuff on her own. But that too was just
Another woman
another
representation.
woman. Like, let us do this together.
Okay.
And so yeah.
And I don't know if you remember. I don't know what year it was, but I came and did poetry.
What year was that?
I don't remember. It was when I think Adesha was helping. It
Mm-hmm.
was whatever year Adesha helped. I came and did poetry at your event.
Wow. Isn't that
That's
crazy?
dope. That's dope.
It's so many hands in it, like even the dancers this year. I didn't realize that they had that the leading lady had danced in 4 or 5 of the brunches
wow.
before with different dance groups. And she was like, "I've danced before." And I'm like, "Oh, I didn't know." Because so much is happening.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
the dance groups or whatever. So she was very familiar.
But
So,
that
yeah.
just shows the impact that you
Mhm.
have. That
Amen.
you created in the community. So
Yeah, because
Amen.
everybody
We
want to
just
stay
thank you for that.
stay
Oh,
connected.
Thank you.
Because it's
Thank you.
like, to me, that represents whatever she's doing in whatever capacity I can show up. I'm gonna stay connected because
Right.
there's something there for
Mhm.
somebody. Even if it's
Amen.
just her being like, I got to lay it all out on the floor. Like, I have to be in this room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely.
And it's such an out of body experience. Like, I literally wake up with what the vision is, even down to like this year with the African drummers that came to me in a dream.
Okay.
It's like, so I don't even like craft it, if you will.
Mhm.
It just kind of happens. And so even, people are like, and I'm wearing my JohnRaé shawl, and I'm like, "Oh, you got that from me?" That's so cute. Like, because it really is like me
Right.
being led
Mhm.
to just, do the Lord's will. Yeah,
Okay.
it's so funny.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So outside of the brunch, you are a woman of many hats, a wife, a mother of 3. We're gonna get that clear now.
Very clear. I don't want no problem.
Whoever is writing JohnRaé's bio, y'all gotta add me in there because I'm an important part of this story.
Yes, you are.
Very, very,
Very
important.
important.
So you're a mother, you're a wife, you're an entrepreneur, you're a professor. Like, you do all of these things. How do you find the time and the balance?
Ooh. How do I find the time and the balance? One great thing is, or what's great about all the things that I do, is that I genuinely love it.
Okay.
And so none of it really wears me out, except for the fact that, like, you
Except for
need
me.
rest.
Of
Like,
course, just
like
in
you,
general.
yeah, the general, like, you need to go to sleep. But I legit enjoy my life and what I do. Some things a little more than others. Like being at the shop, being at JohnRaé is like hands down, like
Mhm.
sign me up. I want to be there. But I think in order to keep myself organized, I write everything down. Hence, if I don't write it down, don't hold me accountable, because I do so many things that,
Right.
it's not my heart at all, or it's not that I'm ignoring anybody. It's just that there is a lot on the plate and there's a lot of responsibilities. But I love it. So I write everything down. I make my family a priority. So it's like, okay, what we have, on the calendar. The plus side is my husband is a homebody. He would rather be at home.
Go
So
ahead now.
yeah, so because of that allows me space to kind of, navigate the world or take on some of these projects. But yeah, so I get and people think that rest is oftentimes like being by yourself. And rest for me is being with the people I love and
Of course.
enjoy.
Mhm.
And so when you see me out and I'm with my girlfriends, they're like, "You're supposed to be at home rest." I'm like, "This is my rest.
That is your rest.
Yeah.
I'm with my people. We laughing and talking."
Because it's not focused on the work. It's not focused
Yes.
on,
Right. So you
oh, I
are
gotta do
resting.
this. It's like my mind is
Yes.
at ease where I'm just having fun. I'm just
Where I'm
being
having fun.
I'm being shook.
Somebody called my husband, tell him that, because he'd be like, "I thought you was resting. You're supposed to be in the bed." I'm like, "No, I'm just gonna run over my sister's house because you're watching the game. You don't want to talk."
I'll be one of them people
Right,
like,
right.
Chuck ain't finna get me. You supposed to be at home.
Look,
Don't
you
sign
see
up
what
for
I'm saying?
nothing
You
else.
see how she switched on me so quick?
I mean, I
Yeah.
love seeing you always have a smile on your face, but
Always.
Oh,
I'm gonna make sure that he gonna allow you back out. I don't want him to lock you up and be like, y'all didn't wore her out, and I didn't get no time with her, because we want to make sure that your husband and your children are not feeling like we're stealing them from you, because I'm gonna do it regardless. But I want to make sure, like
I'm like, yeah, you're a thief, but
I need them to know that I'm the firstborn, and it's just what it is.
You are. And the plus side too is that everything that I do, they're allowed to come. Now, whether or not they choose to come or participate, that's on even tonight. I'm like, Zion, I'm doing this podcast tonight. You want to come? And she's like, oh, I gotta work, but I would, But so like, it's not closed off either. You have an open invitation if it's going to the black party or your birthday party or whatever. Everybody's invited. Nice. Make it a family affair, and we come with the noise. We we know. We a whole good time.
Yes, ma'am. And I just fit right in because I'm loud anyway.
Yes.
So, a question that I've been hearing asked over and over again, that I've had to learn to ask myself is, being a mother, do you feel like you raise your children out of love or out of fear?
Ooh, that's good. Out of love or out of fear? Okay, so I have 2 children. Can I say both?
Absolutely.
Can I say both? I think it's love and fear, because them girls know for sure, like, they mama love them. Read my book, because I'm about to run and throw them Timberland boots on and be about that life.
And the village is coming with.
Yes, Lord, that village, Lord help us. And so they know their mom loves them, but it's also that fear, and I think the fear probably came when I lost my mom. Yeah, because it's like, I have to do this right. And so I get afraid sometimes, even with making decisions for myself. I get afraid sometimes because I'm like, if I mess this up,
how is it going to affect them?
How's it going to affect them? Yeah, that's good, Nicole. Yeah. So it's a little of both, because I'm like, even talking with my students, I always talk about being middle class or upper middle class is such a dangerous space to be. Like, high class is one thing. You can play with money and have a good time. Being lower class, hey, all you can do is go up. But when you in that middle upper, it's like,
yep, you can go anyway.
You could go anyway. And so it's such a dangerous game sometimes, that can be played.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave that question open to everybody. I know I had to learn that I thought I was raising Tyler out of love, but it was really out of fear for everything that I've been through. I wanted to keep him locked up in a house, like he was still 2 years old. Like, don't touch that, don't do this, don't go over there, thinking that I would have to bury him at a young age because of the things that I've been witness to. But when he decided, like, I'm closing him in, and he needed to spread his wings, and he went and lived somewhere else for 6 months. Now that he's back home, we have a better understanding, and that makes me raise him out of love a lot more, because we've had that time to grow for both of us.
Can I say that you just made me think of, like, I'm afraid of elevators. I take that back. I'm not afraid of elevators. I don't like elevators. And I kind of passed that on to one of my girls. And I remember my mother saying to me, don't put your stuff on her. And so out of fear, that's putting your stuff, your experiences that you've had on your child. So don't do that. And so I'm like, I'm conscious. Sometimes I think about it like, oh, like, I'm scared to death, but okay, go ahead if you want to do it,
Yeah.
So that's just a little.
Okay. What about you, Nicole?
I'm gonna say I started out of fear because I was a young mother. So by the time I was 20, I had both my children. Okay. And so I think I really raised my kids initially out of survival. I think I was in survival mode. And I put them in survival mode a lot, mainly was because I did not want to be a statistic. I just was like, here I am, a 16-year-old with a boy baby. And so I was always very overly cautious with him, because I didn't want him to get in trouble with the police, or I didn't want this to happen, because I didn't want him to say, well, his mama is a teenager, so that's why he a criminal, or that's why he a criminal, or that's why he in jail, or that's why he addicted to drugs, or that's why whatever. So I spent a lot of time, being a helicopter mom, like my kid. And plus we lived in the hood because I'm a young mother. I can't afford to live in a middle class neighborhood. So we live in the hood. And so I did not allow my children to go outside unless I was outside with them or I took them to activities. So my
Right.
kids were always signed up in tons of activities, and they would get on their nerves. But it was just like, y'all can't go outside. Like, we cannot go outside. I have to take you to these activities, which would sometimes be on the bus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but then later, as I became stable, you know, and I had, you know, good jobs, then it was like, okay, well, I could feel like I could, like
Relax,
relax a
breathe.
little bit,
Breathe.
breathe a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, now we're living in a better neighborhood. So now I feel okay, even though I still would be outside with them. I would not leave my kids outside by themselves ever.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, so then it turned into like, okay, they know I love them. They know I'm going to protect them, but I do got to let them
That's
go.
a hard thing.
You know what
That's
I mean?
a hard thing for sure.
But did I ever really? No.
No.
Listen, because I'm tracking son right now.
Right.
Listen.
I'm like, no.
When Mr. Miles was my daughter's
Cam Beats
principal.
is his name.
Her first day of school in high school, I went to school with her. I went in there, walked her into the school like she was
Like,
in kindergarten, all the way up to her senior year.
all the way in,
Mhm.
all the way inside.
Into the school. Mhm.
Oh,
on her first day. And now it was one of the teachers, and then the first day of her 12th grade, I was hugging her and we was both crying.
Oh.
And they put me out. They was like, you gotta go.
You
This
got
is
to
a
go.
grown woman.
Like, what are you?
Because she got returned 18. He was like, this is
It was
grown woman.
created intentionally to do that too, because it was a small high school. So
Yeah.
we didn't have 300 students in the whole school, so
Yeah.
we kind of knew all the families, we knew everybody.
Yeah.
So
And y'all
Yeah.
knew she was crazy already.
Right.
No, I just love my baby because
That's
again,
right.
I
they was walking in there looking like twins.
just like right.
That's so funny.
But yeah, so I think it led from fear to love, and then as my son became an adult, it kind of went back to fear again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he
Yeah.
a black man.
Black man.
He a tall black man, and then he has locks. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So they
yes.
just
Yeah.
it just
Yes.
automatically leads to whatever. But he's not. I did, even though I was a young mother, I still raised my children to be very respectful. And so sometimes people would be like, "Wow, your children are very respectful." Like, what you
Yeah.
thought they was gonna be? Because I was
Exactly.
a young mother and I'm a black girl. You thought they was just gonna be some ignorant hoodlums? Like, what you
Yeah.
thought? So
They
I felt
definitely
like I
thought
always
that.
had to prove myself. So sometimes it was probably too much on them.
Gotcha.
Mhm. Yeah.
So
Wow.
What about you, Tommy? Coming from a man's perspective.
I was thinking about it while we were talking, and I think I would say more. So I have 3 daughters. Their mother is spicy. Ruthia spicy. So to have balance, I can't be spicy too. I don't want to be spicy, but I can't be like, sharp and harsh and fear. I can't be a fear monger. I got to be the balance. So what has happened is they're all adults now, 27, 21, and 18 this October. So all 3 adults. I want to be the balance. So like, all right, mom's going to be like this. All right, what do you think? And I have to be the voice of reason. So I kind of wanted to be the person that at least have that landing spot for them to be able to go to if times get tough. And not that I'm going to take sides, but just be the voice of reason. That was very intentional.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
So was that something that happened as a result of, like, you kind of figured that was needed, or is that your natural personality?
I think I developed it as an administrator.
Wow.
Because because teachers are in classrooms at high intensity emotional level with 25, 30 kids in there. They're not always rationally thinking. So then when they like lash out on a kid and they come to me, I have to be let me hear your side, let me hear both sides, and have to be the balance. I can't come in with the same energy that the teacher did.
Right.
We won't get anywhere. So just understanding that. A lot of my practice came ironically from crazy ass Marva Collins.
Yeah.
She R.I.P. God rest her soul. But
Yeah.
she had a delivery of compassion and like explain yourself and just be a good listener and talk about the behaviors you want as opposed to talking down on the behaviors that you see. Like talk up
That's
the
good.
behaviors, talk up the
Talk
behaviors
up.
you want to see.
Yeah.
Like not stop talking, like or shut up, or like you're talking a little bit. Why don't you talk more about this, or you know, speak more positively about that, and tell them how to do it. My last child today, she passed her road test today, and she was so nervous. Like she got to the place and she was sitting there and she started crying. I can't do this. I was like, what don't you know? What don't you know how to do? She's like, nothing. I can do it all. I was like, well, you can be all right then, right? Like,
yeah.
And that was just the fact that she said, I know how to do everything. I didn't expect her to say that, but she said, I was like, all right, well, shit. Let's do this then.
Let's do it.
Let's go ahead and do it.
Let's get it right.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So to follow up what you said, JohnRaé, you had mentioned that your mother told you don't put your fears on your children. How do you, even with business and people who just claim you as their mentor, because I did, like how do you feel about people attaching themselves to you and then making sure you're not placing that wrong fear of your own self onto them?
Oh, that's good. I keep it very separate. Like I separate the two. Very different. I don't even think that becomes a part of it. And the people who there are those who say I'm their mentor, and then there are those who I really am their mentor, and those who are really know me and that they are my mentor. My mentees, they understand and know like the inside scoop of JohnRaé. Like you've seen me cry, you've seen me be like, hold on,
Let's go.
So you've seen, you've heard choice words come out of my mouth. So you've really seen, like, I'm baffled by like people like, you use bad words. I cannot imagine. I'm like,
I can.
child his mouth, but but I just think that I don't even and I don't try to. I'm very conscious of if I'm about to put my stuff on somebody, so it's not like I have to say like, oh wait a minute, what a
Right.
or I'm gonna be like, I'm about to tell you this story about me in elevators, but you still get in there, you're gonna be just fine, but so I just try to just be honest and authentic but still giving kind of like what Mr. Miles was saying, like still giving that courage and that hope and that push.
Okay. So I want to transition to the after the brunch, because the leading up to it is a lot of work. It's a lot. And we want to know, like, what's the difference, or what made you move from just having it as like the brunch and now it being under the legacy as well? Like, what's the difference and how do you balance the two? Because I know it's and
how did you get there?
How did you
make that decision?
I'm like, woo.
I know. So
it's layered.
It is layered. So okay, so let me just backstory is the brunch birthed out my mom. Everything about the brunch has always been really in honor of to honor my mom and what she did and the impact that she had on the community. She was a pastor. Like people loved her. Even now, like there are people connected. I was interviewing at Gem 98.3 and just talking to a young lady, like, and then we're leaving, and she was like, I have to tell you something. And I'm like, oh, okay, hey, what's going on? She was like, I knew your mom. I wanted to tell you, and I'm like, oh my God, but like, I'm like, you knew my mother. Like that changes the complete dynamic of everything. And just, Jazzy Ray is the brand, the clothes, the sisterhood. Jazzy Ray legacy is impact, community, growth, change, sisterhood, education, so it was the pivot that needed to happen to separate the two. And also, people think like, oh, she got the brunch, she making big money, and I'm like, that money is for the brunch, like that's not
that money spent.
Right, that money, tell them that money spent. Do they know how much it costs? Listen. Do they know how much it costs? How we gotta buy clothes, we gotta every light, every plate. I pay for every plate. Yes. Do you understand? One year it was so bad they counted the plates. Okay, but I'm gonna get off that because they don't count the plates no more. And so I really wanted to separate the two so it become two businesses. So it won't look like all this money coming in, and it's like no, because that money needs to impact the community, which I call the Divas Brunch my gift to the city. And
Mm.
so
Love
the
that.
whole purpose is to, empower women and have change happen. And so by any means, like if somebody call or if there's something for a student, I want to be able to answer the call. And so, when you run in the business part of things, it's like I can't answer that call, baby. I got to, this is,
Right.
this is a different type of business over
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
And so leading up to that change was different and difficult and challenging, because as I began to fulfill the assignment, which was to change, that a lot of things around me changed.
For sure.
And it
Just
became
life.
it was a heavy season. And making sure that you were doing the right and that it was really the right call to make and all of that, in addition to other life stuff happening, with my daughter graduating from college and so on and so forth.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
That
So,
went fast.
it went so fast.
She making me feel.
Because I remember, you talking about her going away. Like, that went fast.
It
Like,
went so
and I saw
fast.
that. I was
Who
like,
graduated
how?
college?
Yeah, and I walked her to her
Mari.
first grad school class. Look, I didn't do the high school and stuff, but grad school,
Well,
I'm like,
You said Mari graduated?
Mari graduated from here. Mari is a first year grad student at Marquette University.
Ain't that amazing?
I'm not looking at it. Yes.
Hey,
Says her
Becky.
dean. Look at her dean. Her dean looking like, what happened?
I know, right?
So that pivot happened, and with that pivot, it just comes a lot more responsibility, because now you have to be really a good steward over how you help and how you serve and how you receive and who you receive from.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's a big undertaking that some may think is just a little small feat. And I really wanted to make sure that my mom's legacy just continues. And then when I'm gone, and when we get to year 10 and our homecoming celebration,
Because it's happening.
right?
Yes, it is.
And then it's an assessment. It's like, okay, do we continue, to do this, or do we begin to do something else? And what does that look like?
I don't know. Like,
Let me tell
the
you.
women,
I need it. I can't even speak
They
for nobody
need it.
else in the room.
they love it.
I need it.
Yeah.
I need it. So it's times where I'm like, and I know we got one of the angels or diva dials or whatever y'all like to call us in the room as well. But we all are going through our own journeys of healing or trauma or whatever. And we be like, if we can't do nothing else, we have to be able to be in that room because it means
Right.
something to us. And afterwards, for any show, we like, oh my God, we're tired. Just how you are prepping for it. But it's like, once it's done, it's like, okay,
But we
it was
did
all
this
worth it. It was all worth
it was
it.
all worth it.
And just having our
Right.
surrounding of people around us made it even better. So.
Like, even the diva dials or diva angels, even though we don't talk to each other all the time,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? Like, we may not keep up with each other through the year per se,
Mhm.
but if we see each other,
Yeah.
it's all
We hyping
love.
each other up.
And then
Yeah.
once
Sure.
we back together, it's like we never left each other. You know, we know that we all love each other, but we also know that life just always gonna life. And so I love that this group of women, I always feel safe, I always feel secure. And the one thing that I really love is that every single woman in there, we all put God, God is always in it. So we pray,
Yes.
like we praying in our rehearsals,
Yes.
and we're always encouraging each other and try to support each other, as we can. And that's something that you created, probably with not even realizing that, this is a Divas Brunch, but you also created this group of Black women who genuinely love each other and genuinely
I'm gonna keep that
help
thought to
each
myself.
other and see each other, elevate and do other things. So
It's such a ministry for me. Even being at the shop is ministry. The going joke is like, Mama, I'm not in the pulpit, but
But you minister
but
to
I'm
somebody.
ministering.
Yeah.
And so when you talk about like the aftermath of the brunch, I equate it to having or doing a really good sermon. And then after you're done preaching and shouting and hooping and hollering, the
It's
pastor,
revival. 'Cause
you
be
know,
having a
they
weekend.
go away.
You be having a weekend, so that's revival.
But before they go away, you seeing the healing.
Yeah,
you seeing the
with my
growth,
own eyes.
You seeing
Yes.
other ministries being birthed. So it's something is definitely
Something,
coming out of that for sure.
Yeah. And after that, like I told my husband, it's like a like I just preached a good sermon. That's what it felt like. And it's just like, okay, now let me breathe and get my second wind. And then you kind of keep going.
Yeah.
But that's what it feels like. Like, even prepping, like the same way ministers are preparing their sermons, the fasting and the praying that goes into the brunch. This year the brunch happened to bump up against my mom's Memorial Day, and I didn't even put that together that was going to happen. So that was like, that put me in a space, and then you all helped pull me out that space. So to your point of like the sisterhood of what we've created is something magical.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
And being respectful of, like, allowing each other space, like, because everybody didn't necessarily have good days when they showed up at practice or
Right.
being there. It's like, okay, everybody have a moment. And so the other side is what's great is a lot of people want to be a part of it. Like, how can I model? How can I volunteer? How can I do X, Y, and Z? And everybody can't.
Nope.
And it's no, it's
You
not
know,
even
it's not even a
right. Not like, oh no, you can't sit with us.
Right.
But it's just like
Yeah.
right now the plate is full, the table is full, the assignment is already being completed by God. So those people that's supposed to be there is already there.
And let me say this, because you say assignment. So this was a very rough season. And I keep saying this year it sucked. Okay. So if you were at the brunch, I talked about how I experienced a heartbreak this year. And I'll just be very transparent. Lost one of my closest friends this year. It was hard. It was traumatic. It was stinking. It was funky.
Sure.
So much so I didn't want to do the brunch. I was like, I can't do this. Like, this is crazy. Like, I'm not supposed to do this. And I was like, I shouldn't do this. And God was like, I know you lying. And sent the people.
I know you
sent the
effing
people
lying.
to help. Like, oh no, this is happening.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you why this is happening.
What?
Because this isn't their assignment.
Correct.
This is your assignment.
And we don't need to see you perfect.
Yes. And so I was like, okay, so this is my assignment. So it doesn't matter. Like, it's going to always get done because the assignment is mine. And I have such a bad habit of people I love and people who, I'm like, I try to bring everybody with me. And you do this and you
Everybody
do this.
can't go.
And it's like, ma'am, I called you.
Yeah.
Come on.
And everybody can't go. That's like you said, that's your assignment. Everybody can't go. Everybody's not gonna go. And you're gonna lose.
And sometimes
people
it's not
along
gonna
the
happen
way.
because certain people are around.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna bless you, but I ain't gonna bless you around them.
So I felt that and this is after the brunch that it was really the revelation of what just happened. So while I was going through it and trying to figure it out, I didn't have this aha moment
Sure.
until after the brunch where it was like, this is your assignment. Especially because it went off without a hitch and it was great. And it was more women in the room than whoever ever been in the room, like the room and the performers and the sponsorships. Like, sponsors were like, I've been trying to sponsor you for years. And I'm like, oh, okay, how I missed that call? What was I doing? Was so full of doing so many other things that I missed the mark. But I ain't gonna miss it no more. Eyes wide open.
No, the timing was perfect.
It was.
The timing was perfect. It happened when it needed to happen.
Amen.
Yeah. So let's talk about the scholarships because you be giving out the money.
Lord,
like the money.
I
want to figure out how I can be a college student so I can get one. Jeez,
come on.
Because you pouring out a lot.
Yeah. So what's so cool about the scholarships this year? So normally the scholarships will come straight from JohnRaé, the boutique side. But now that we have the foundation, we are also acting as a what do you call it? What's the word? Not an incumbent. Like a
Nonprofit.
a place that if you want to give a scholarship,
Okay.
we will be the recipient of the funds, and then give out the scholarship in your name or whatever you. So that's kind of how we transitioned this year.
Okay. I
So
love
we
that.
had specific donors who gave money for scholarships, and then they were able to name the scholarships. So like Michelle Pitts had a scholarship this year, so went out in her name. JohnRaé still has one. One of my sorors who's all the way in Texas, she gave out 2. Donna Fortenberry, my sorors here, who used to actually be up in here in Sherman, Phoenix, gave out the Addison Scholarship. I can't think of the full name of the scholarship, but in memory of their niece.
Okay.
Their niece passed away. She was young, I think like 3 or 4, passed away. And their scholarship dollars were earmarked specifically for someone going into the medical field. And it was awesome because one young lady who applied is actually a student at UW Parkside going into nursing. So it's so beautiful to make the
Just the
connections.
pieces coming together. Yeah.
And then now my sorors can now mentor the young lady who's at Parkside, and so who got the funds, and that's the next step is each scholarship recipient will receive a college coach, and the college coach will check in on them.
I need one.
Yes, you know what? Check in on them, make sure they're okay, if they have any needs. If the needs can be met by like the donor, yay. If not, the donor can circle back and say, like, you know, we have a young lady who couldn't get her books, or you couldn't get a book. You know, how can we support? What resources do we have? Which is why it's important to please continue to give to the scholarship.
I was just going to
foundation.
say, let them know how they can give to the scholarship fund, even if it's $5, $10, whatever. How do they give, and then also how do people apply for the scholarships?
Two great questions. So you can always give to the scholarship by going to our website, thejazzyraylegacy.com. That's JAZZYRAE legacy.com. So you can always give that way. You can also make your donation reoccurring. So if it's only $5 you can give a month, and we'll take it. $5 a month add up. And so you can do it that way. And then to apply for the scholarship, it usually comes out around April, May. For you to begin applying. Use same website. You can go to the JohnRaé Legacy and get information and apply.
That's dope. So you dropped the gem at the end of the Divas brunch about the next gear with this dinner. They already out buying it, baby.
Listen, I bought my outfit. I got to back up just in case. I didn't already bought something.
Has anybody come to you and say, can I personally customize you something or style you for the brunch?
You know what?
Where y'all at? Cause
that's a great question.
I need y'all to be trying to get y'all foot in there. Like, say you want to make her a custom piece, because it's some custom denim pieces that I've had to wear in fashion shows.
I bet.
Yeah.
I will say, I don't know what Lee Van's business is. I can't think of, Lee Van Roundtree. So years ago.
He has two. He has one kind of with his brothers, which is more kind of streetwear. Okay. And then he also has another one that kind of remembers for his daughter, not in remembrance, but this kind of like honoring of him having a daughter.
Okay.
So there's 2 different ones. I can't remember the name.
I cannot think of the names. And, he was in CR21. So one of my students
acting up with me.
Lord have mercy, working at Wendy's, but that's I'm like, you got your uniform on anyway. He years ago had approached me about making something, but I didn't write it down, I didn't follow up or anything like that, so shame on me. But I would love that. I would be honored to rock somebody local outfit at the brunch.
Not to put it out there.
It's a little gem.
But what if you don't like it?
That's good.
What if somebody
she changes more than
somebody
once.
designed you something? You be like, that's cute. But
no, they have to work with her on what she wants.
And I can change. I've changed before. And I've changed before. I'll say that.
JohnRaé is very sweet and very calming. I don't think that she would even say that she don't like it. I think she would use it for something, even if it's for a photo shoot to promote the brunch. She's going to use it.
I ain't gonna lie. As a man watching the
she know
Diva
me too
Brunch,
well.
I'm glad you're here because I asked about what the premise of the Diva Brunch, because all I do is all of a sudden see it, and I see each time like more and more women. Because actually, the last time I was down there for it was all white, right?
Yep.
That was this year.
Yep.
And I was at Marquette, and my daughter she's in the cotillion this year, so she was down there. She was having practice down there. But I saw these women walking around in white. I was like, "What the heck is going on?"
Uh-huh.
But then I found out the Diva Brunch because I saw all the pictures on Facebook, and I was like, "Man, I better smell like cocoa butter and just
Yeah.
Come on, black women.
Smell like cocoa butter.
Cocoa
Black
bu-
romance.
right.
Yes.
how can a dude be a part of the Diva Brunch, or is that just impossible?"
It's not impossible because my husband DJs, so he served as the DJ for the second floor vendor. Them alphas ain't gonna worry me. And then cigarette break is there.
Okay. So you have to be
There's
Your
always the after
performance.
party. There's the Sunday service.
Security.
There's all kinds of things.
Okay. All right.
Serving
I mean, carry some stuff.
Carry some
All right.
stuff.
So to stand around and be ready to
But
help.
she does have like the after party. So if you do want to come and just be in the room with the people, like come to the after
with
party.
the women.
With
The women are there. Trust
Okay.
me. So
All right. You said the
Jazzy
people.
Ray has a whole weekend.
Oh.
There's a whole weekend.
Sherry said dudes can donate. Yes, they can. We would love your
Come on,
donation.
Sherry.
That's so great.
Thank you, Sherry. I'm talking about being in the presence.
So, but speaking of that, there are guys who feel left out because they don't have what we have as a sisterhood, as well as the young men who are like, well, we need these scholarships too. Like, where's the flip side to the men? I know that's not your assignment, but
so we've given men scholarships. Yep. So last year, the last 2 years, we've given away scholarships to young men.
Okay.
Actually, a couple that you know, like prominent women in the city, their sons applied, but so they can apply. They don't. The catch is, so when you apply for the scholarship, one of the recommendations must come from someone who shops the brand. And so we literally do check the sales and see if
I'll be
yeah,
shopping,
we want to
I'll be shopping.
we literally check and see if someone shop the brand. And normally it's a no-brainer. Like we know, they're
because she know her people.
You know your people.
you know your people, yeah. But yeah, so that's generally the case.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need that green outfit.
The one I had on the other day.
No, the one
you had on is just due on Saturday. That's so funny.
That's okay. It's plenty more for me to pick from.
Yes,
okay.
That is very true. So how do you choose and pick the clothes? Because you know me, I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes I'll be like, JohnRaé, I'm not wearing that.
Well, and this goes back to our conversation about everybody can. Because I actually, when I pick out clothes, I pick out
manual labor.
Yes, manual. You can set up and tear down.
I know
the men can help set up and tear down.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. But I literally pick out outfits specifically to the model because I know you all. I know what you will be comfortable in. Sometimes I'll ask, like, "Are we feeling like we can show our stomachs this year?" Or because
she don't be asking me.
One year, one of our models had gained some weight, and so when I pulled sizes, I was like, "Here they are." They was like, "You giving me last year's size,
ma'am? I am trans slender. I am a medium now."
I'm like, "Oh, okay, medium, got it." But so and I really wait until like right before the brunch, which is why sometimes we're scrambling trying on outfits because I want to make sure that you all have some of the newer stuff that just hit the market. That work like that denim bow situation.
That was fire.
That was so cute. That
if y'all didn't buy that, y'all ain't got nothing to wear for next year.
Yeah. Oh, that would be a really cute outfit. That had just hit the market, and I was like, I want that, and the open leg that had just hit. And I was like, I gotta get it. So some of it is just, knowing the model. So it's a sisterhood. It really is a sisterhood. Knowing you all and knowing what works for your body. If you don't feel like wearing no shapewear which I shun upon. You know, I'm the mama. I'm like, girl, put some shapewear on. We don't want to see all that walking down there like that. They be so irritated and mad. So, so what?
She don't care.
And,
Well, I don't get asked those questions. You just be like, you want to be fast, don't you? Here, put this on.
Yes, Lord.
And I appreciate it.
Yes, Lord. I just like Ruthia got this little that bend she do. When she do this bend, I'm like, baby. When she do that, I'm like, oh, we have a show. There we go.
Let's see it.
No.
Let's see.
No. I'm shy. Don't look at me.
Stay off the chain in the studio, y'all.
I am shy. I am shy.
This studio,
She's shy.
it stay off the chain.
Yeah, but I'm excited though for dinner.
My outfit. Oh yeah, Jesse. Your
For
outfit.
sure.
Yes.
I be trying
over
to
it.
fight for Jesse, some of Jesse outfits. Because I be like, I could wear that.
Yes, Lord. Her outfit say Jesse all over it.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
For sure. Because definitely stuff you be putting on Rain, I'll be like, yeah, that's Rain.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, that's Shanetta. Like,
Mhm.
when we see the pieces, we can see the personality because that also
Yes.
sells the clothes.
Yes, very much
Because
so.
I be like, oh, yeah, that's going to look good on TT.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
That's so good. But you now you made me think about JohnRaé. Like that also sells the clothes. So we have a rule in the shop. If you are shopping and buying clothes, if you are not feeling comfortable in it, we won't let you buy it. Because I don't want nobody walking around the city saying, girl, I got this from JohnRaé, but I don't like it. No, ma'am.
No.
I want you to, when you rocking it,
Be like,
look-
I got this from
yes.
Let me
Yes.
tell you.
It's
'Cause that
law. It's law. Like,
I appreciate that y'all allow me to be me.
Oh, it'd be a lot.
Because that outfit, the Missy Elliott outfit, again, I nickname everything. The outfit looked good on the body that it was supposed to look good on. But the moment I put it on, and I'm a nut, I'm a play about everything. So immediately that's what I said. I was like, I feel like Missy Elliott. Super
Ray-
duper fly.
Ray says, take it back. Ray says, can you send it back?
Yeah, TT Shanetta, she rocked that denim look. I ain't gonna lie. She gave it all of what it needed to give.
I said, Ray said, can you send it back? I'm like, no, we are gonna wear this outfit.
But we made it work. Even if it was like doing them as separates, and I thought that also made it good
Yes,
too, because
it
it's
works
like
as
you can
separates.
wear
Right.
it as separates, but you can also wear it as a suit. Not for me.
Missy Elliott.
She was doing the
I
dance.
can't stand the rain.
They get on my nerves.
Do, do.
Between that and the church lady dress,
Oh,
they swear. Oh, y'all some haters.
yes.
But
But
somebody,
all of us be like,
I don't want to wear it. But and then, however, I put on my dress and I was like, I feel like a first lady. Pay your tithes and don't sleep with my husband.
Oh man.
so she made a whole episode. But then too, like we also, when we come to try on stuff, like she put that green outfit on. I was like,
No, we was like, absolutely
I
not.
said, no, I don't
It's
even like your
swallows
booty in that. No.
No. And you was a good sport though. Thank you.
But
You
her
welcome.
face was like, it was
I
cracking
mean, I'm gonna wear whatever JohnRaé wants me
Absolutely,
to wear
and rock
because
it.
I feel like I owe you so much.
Oh,
It's just
Don't
like,
do that.
well, it's JohnRaé. So even if I say I don't want to say yes to it, I'm gonna do it because at the end of the day, she gonna sell these clothes.
for sure.
Oh yeah.
And she's
You
gonna
make-
impact
yeah,
somebody.
For sure.
Because even though we feel like, we're just a small piece of the Divas brunch. Oh, I'm just a model. Somebody is really coming to see one of us. Somebody is really
Right.
coming to be like, oh my
Mhm.
God, I love your confidence. I wish I could have
Oh, my
that. Or
goodness.
I would have never thought to wear that because it looks good on that body type. So
Right.
even though people think that we're small pieces or in whatever aspect, even if you're a greeter, you're checking people in, you might be the first face that they see. So every
Yes.
part of the Divas brunch and the brand JohnRaé is important.
Well, I love too that all of the models are all different sizes. Like it's the range is big. You know what I mean? So people get a chance to see all the different body types, sizes, heights, everything to know like I can wear that. too.
And you all have real life supporters,
Mhm.
and they come, like you said, Ruthia, they come looking for you all, and they'll say like, Nicole, the blonde hair one, I want everything she had, every outfit she wore in the show, I want it. And the people working the register like, what did she wear? Like, what was the green?
Because
Right.
she will have on her sometimes Rain's whole outfit. this is Rains from the brunch, or this
Yeah.
is so for
Yeah.
sure,
Yeah,
for sure.
So even like if there's anything left over, when I put it on the site, sometimes I try to put it under y'all name so that people know.
I be like, Mama, I'm famous.
Yes, Mama, I made
I'm
it.
famous, girl.
Sherry said the models are also different ages. That's amazing. Yeah, cross generation of women supporting women. That is so true.
That is true.
Yes, honey, because the motherboard be at the brunch. Then I get emails that they want to sit up front, and they don't want to play no games because they don't want to miss the fashion show. So
for sure. And I also love how me and Denise are two different, right?
Oh,
tall and short,
yes.
slim, long legs. I'm curvy, so it makes a difference when you have those pieces. Even though I be fighting you on, I don't want to walk with Denise. Her thighs do not touch. I'm gonna fight you on it. However, it also brings another aspect that this will look good on any body type. So I do appreciate that. I'm gonna continue to fight you on it though.
That's okay because you all are so great on the runway together. It's so good.
We both some fools.
It's so, you know what, Nicole? This is where we were when I think we made the decision that you were gonna walk. When you told we were in this building when you said I want to walk for the brunch. I think you remember that? Me and we were sitting upstairs. Outside. Yeah. You are That's crazy.
Yeah. I think circle. I complained like, why the hell am I not walking?
Oh yeah.
In this fashion show, like she don't know me. Oh, that's right. I gave her hell. Okay, I'm gonna start acting a little bit better, and then maybe I can be a part.
Oh,
but
gosh.
So one of my final questions is, I seen you at Minister Sheikah, her rainbow tea, and your speech. Even though you was like, oh my God, I didn't feel so prepared. It ate down, okay, and it was really about because it was something that I was struggling with. And Minister Jamila Carney will tell you she done yelled at me several times about pouring from an empty cup.
Can we just give it up for Jamila Carney for just one?
Let's is that
the hostess with the mostest.
The hostess with the mostest. Yeah. And Sherry is on here. We got to give it up for Sherry too because Sherry
did that.
Like
Sherry did that.
Yes.
But it was just like me saying that I was pouring from an empty cup and how she ministered to me about nobody even gets to drink from your cup or gets from your cup because unless it's Tyler. She said, but learn to pull from your overflow. So, and I felt like your speech at the rainbow tea kind of also was just like, okay, God, I hear you. Yeah. So you was talking about the essence of a woman and stuff like that, and how your no can be a no. Like you don't have to support everything and everybody.
Yeah.
So how do you come up with all of this? Because it'd be like, oh, that's a good download.
Yeah, because we feel like no, it's so disrespectful, it's rude. We're not being a team player. We're being selfish, and it's like no, like you have to have boundaries so that you can continue to do good work, so that you can do God's work, so that you can change lives, right? So if you're doing everything right,
all of ours,
you have to have these boundaries, because if you don't, you're going to be exhausted, overwhelmed, unhappy, all the other things, rude, disrespectful, and so I just think that when we first started this conversation, you were like, how do you do so much? And it's so important to do the things that you love, and when you love it, that's an easy yes. But we find ourselves saying yes to things we don't even like.
Absolutely.
And people we don't even like.
Like, right? Okay, I like being a model, but I don't stand for the brand that you represent.
Yeah, so why are we yesing? Because we be thinking like, if I don't say yes, I might not get the next opportunity.
Right.
That's true.
They won't call me. But what's for you is for you anyway. It's gonna show up in it like, hey, I said, but I still got to walk for Nicole instead of, the one that I didn't want to. And sometimes attaching your name to everything just because somebody wants you is not a good.
I need a gym dropper thing. Like, oh, that was good. Like
it's like I think I learned something from Jasmine. I hope I don't get in trouble for this. How can I phrase this? I do want to say that I learned this from Jasmine Johnson. So she's a gym in the city. Cole. Now she was my little sister in high school and in college, and now, honey, she be pouring into me. But one of the things years ago, maybe I shouldn't share this story. Okay. Yes, but I say that to say,
that's okay.
Attaching your name to everybody's event, activity,
Mhm.
or dream
Mhm.
is not necessarily good.
Right.
Because sometimes people are just trying to be opportunists or tap
Mhm.
into what
Jumping
it is
on a
that
bandwagon and
that
things.
yeah,
for
and
sure.
so absolutely not.
Well, I will never give you a no unless I absolutely just cannot be there. I'm always give you a yes because
love
you
that.
definitely loved me through it all. Like I was a rough little teenager.
You,
Like I was thugger. Okay.
yeah, but you were so full of love. Like you was like
She
right,
want to
right.
act like she rough.
She
whatever.
swear,
Like,
but and I'm
But
like
that's
you
Saturday.
a sour patch, you know,
For
sour on the
sure.
outside
And
and
then
sweet as
you
pie on
sweet,
the
yup.
inside. And look, get somebody the shirt off their back, and you be like, and I'm gonna just get in my shirt because it's off my back, and I could just find a new shirt. I mean, I don't mind walking around in my bra.
And
Like,
don't
sound
that's
just
how
like
you
her.
are.
And I don't, because that's
That's
your
how
nightmare
you
if you don't like a
are.
little roll, a little something, a little whatever.
Yeah,
Just
like your
saying.
heart is real good and real recognize real. So I knew at a young age, even when you were trying to give me a hard time, that you really
Definitely would.
Yes, she was, child. She tried to fight me at Sherman Park, right around the corner
The
down
boys,
the street.
Mary
The
Ryan
boys,
boys.
and Mary Ryan Boys and
Oh,
Girls
man.
Club. I said, "Oh, are we doing this?"
Trying to
And she
fight,
was so
fight.
yeah. I was
In
like,
real
ready to
life.
fight.
She like we were on the yellow bus and her family rolled up like, and we about to, and I said, "Is this child?" And okay, well, I guess we about to do
You
this.
called your people.
I sure did. My mama had nothing in that trunk, even though I told her to pop it. With nothing but some Tide in there, child. But y'all didn't know that.
Some
You
time.
had
Y'all
popped
don't
the
know
trunk
this
on John
story.
Ray.
Yes, y'all gonna have to get the part two.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta
I know
get
this story.
the educator JohnRaé, the educator.
I'll give the bits and pieces. So I started off in CR21, and in the freshman year, it was I don't even remember the first lady's name. She was there.
And she loved her a
No,
lot.
no, that was the second lady.
Oh,
So the
okay.
first lady, like I said, I don't remember her. I think it was Abby or something, but she
Mhm.
came and she left, and it was just like
So you
I don't
turned
like
the
I don't
lady
like rejection. So then Lisa Belligan came, and
Okay.
I love Lisa. Lisa didn't just show up for me on Saturday. She was there for me throughout the week. She came to even afterwards. She came to my graduation. She
Oh,
lived in Florida, and she came back for
Oh,
that
that
for
was
graduation. So she was someone who was outside of you who loved me for me,
yeah.
and was just like she took me out to dinner. Was just like, I'm sorry I gotta do this to y'all, but I'm leaving, and they're bringing in somebody new. And I'm like, wait, but where's the explanation? Like, what happens next? And then the next Saturday, here you come on the damn bus, and I'm like, she's smiling and chipper and shit, and it's 8 o'clock in the morning. Like, no, ma'am, sit down somewhere. I
I
run.
was so young and vibrant then.
Listen, I'm like, I run this show. Sit down somewhere, Rosa. That's how I felt because I'm like, I've been here since day one. Here I am. Brandon's the president, but he ain't doing nothing. So I'm gonna do it. So in my mind, these are my children,
Oh,
and I'm not
God.
gonna allow somebody else to come in here and just leave
I
us.
talked to Brandon today too. By the way,
So
but
for me, it was more
crazy.
so out of protection for them because we kept getting let down.
That's
Oh,
that hurt
okay,
you talking
okay.
You know,
about, too.
but then it
Mhm,
also comes from the
mhm.
rejection of everything else in life. And it's like, y'all not finna just keep being like, oh, we love y'all and then leaving us.
I remember you saying, "So how long you gonna be here?" And
Period.
I was like, "Oh,
Ruthia was
little
wild.
girl."
Like, girl,
It's
sit
wild.
down somewhere. We know where
She
we going.
was.
We know what college we going to. We know which rooms we got to go to. Urban Underground gonna be there. We got it. Sit down.
Yes,
But that's
how
what
she
it was. It was like, girl, move. And she was just, oh my God. And I was like, I'm gonna have to call my mama. Come get us.
Yes, but it was something you all wanted to do, and I was like, no, or something. And then
Because
it
what
got
show
under
was she
her.
running?
It got under her skin, and so they was gonna beat me up at the thing.
And they was like, Ruthia, you really gonna do it? Yes, we doing this. And they was like, I'm not
Mhm.
I'm not actually doing this. But I still talk to so many of the ladies and the gentlemen from. I just talked to Darren Jacobs today.
Oh,
Yeah, so I talk to so many of them still, and they be like, "Girl, you still trying to fight JohnRaé?"
oh, that's so funny.
And I be like, "No, but
that is hilarious.
John Ray, watch your back.
no, if it's the other side now
I know,
because
it's
now
awful.
it's like if you mess with JohnRaé,
That's right.
Yes, Lord. I
my
love you for
Vaseline
that.
and my sneakers, because
I'll be like,
Knucking
Lord,
and
I be
bucking.
scared to post something on Facebook because
I be
I'm like,
JohnRaé,
I'm
answer
like,
this
I have
phone.
no clue.
I'm like, how do you even see my post?
But you don't have no clue what be going on behind the scenes. It'd be like, did you
I'm like, oh,
I be in protection mode for
be
you
ready.
all the
All
time.
the
Like,
time. I
so did y'all
believe
peep
it.
X, Y, and Z?
Yep.
yes.
I done started a second group chat. Like, did anybody else notice this?
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
well, who gonna ask? They be like, Ruthie, you be okay, cool. I'm gonna
Yeah.
put John
And
right to
she'll
the side,
ask
and I'm
too.
going to ask.
She
But it's
asked.
out of love because you've been loving on me, and I appreciate that. So it's like
And I still
now
love
you stuck.
you.
You stuck with me.
I believe that, and people know that that I'm stuck with you.
Yes,
It's my
As-
baby.
as they should.
Yes.
Do either of y'all got? That's
So we have to learn to respect people's no. They may not have the capacity for us. Yes, that's
right.
one of the things Sherry taught me. Look, and Sherry was my student, but one of the things Sherry said to me, this was like a couple years ago, she was saying how she has friends, but there are only a certain amount of friends in her circle because she likes to show up for her friends.
Right.
So if there's a graduation, whatever celebration, whatever it is, she wants to show up for them. And if you're friends with everybody, you can't show up for everybody. And then people
Then you
mad.
feel
and-
guilty
Yeah,
and-
you feel guilty. And
Sherry,
it's just like
Sherry, we appreciate your proper punctuation with that note. Thank you.
I've had to learn that because I've learned that even though I do have a lot of people that know me or that I say is my friend, I have people that I can go out in public and be friends with at a certain level. Then I have people who know where I stay, and then I also have people who can come in my living room. But then there's people that can actually come in my bedroom and really check me. So
Gotcha.
I have different levels of friendship.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I do know you and we are friends. We can take a cute little selfie, but you can't call son, nephew. You can't be a part of that village.
Ooh,
So
that's
there's different
good.
levels. Like you can't know.
Sure.
You can come pick me up,
Yeah.
but you
that's
can't come
good.
in my house.
Speaking of son, did he win?
No, unfortunately,
Oh, what?
How could he not have won?
within the last 10 minutes of voting, he dropped down
No.
4%.
No, that
No.
was rigged. I don't care what-
4%.
There's no way he was at 64%. No.
I'm
That
like,
was
he's
rigged.
winning.
And you can
He
only
dropped
vote
it.
once too, because I kept going
I
back.
tried. Well, we tried. I
Yeah,
voted
trust
multiple
me.
times.
We had people was voting from other phones. All types of stuff.
Listen,
I wonder if they like
I sent it
zeroed out
to-
the
You
double
know what they-
phone.
You know
Yeah.
what they was
I will
doing.
definitely say that I sent it to every group chat that I was attached to because son was like, everybody that be calling me nephew and that's my
He
nephew.
ain't
This and
lying.
I sent it to the preachers at the church. I sent it to the choir people. I sent it in the model group chat. I sent it in the
Yeah.
podcast group chat. All y'all, and I posted on all my social media. Y'all all saying, "Oh, nephew this, nephew that. We're part of your village."
Yeah.
But did y'all really show up?
I did. I definitely
Yeah.
voted.
So-
It's very simple to do.
It was super.
It was
so
super.
simple.
It was like I'm
Listen,
like, oh.
Everybody that
Right,
was in
I
my
was there.
inbox. Oh, hey, I'll respond today. Vote.
Uh-huh.
Vote for son.
Uh-huh.
But shout out to Son. He did an amazing job. Opening play, running 70 yards.
Yeah, that was the
watched
first
it,
play of the
and I
game.
was-
First
Yeah.
play of the game.
That
And
was
to
good.
think that they said he wouldn't be able to do stuff like that because he has severe asthma. He ain't supposed to be able to run.
Please.
So,
He know how to breathe.
Severe asthma.
He got to Jackie Joyner. She the track star. Is that her name? He got to meet her, and she told him like, "Don't let them tell you can't."
Yeah.
So
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah, it was
right.
amazing.
Look
So
at him.
shout out to Son.
Oh,
he had another little angry bird like me, but he a sweetheart.
yeah. A little sour patch.
Mhm.
He is.
Sour
Yeah,
on the
just
outside,
like
sweet
it's
on the
hilarious.
inside.
Look, girl,
Look at
don't
God.
me.
Sherry's so funny. Look at
Yeah,
God.
won't he do it?
Yes.
Do anybody have any final questions before we get ready to wrap it up?
Just what's to come for Divas Brunch 2025. We know it's denim.
It is denim.
Just tell them I'm the speaker now.
Oh God.
And Ruthia is going to be our key. No.
Nobody want to hear her talk.
I actually got a lot of stuff to say. Do you have a lot of stuff to say?
But like I said, that don't mean nobody want to hear you talk.
Well, I
something special for you to do.
can I drop this, Jim? I'm gonna put it out there because then if I put it in the
should.
universe,
Yeah, put it
it's
out
going
there. As
to
you
it's going to
should.
happen. So, oh God, I ain't trying to
No,
cry.
you ready? You okay?
Oh.
I'm about to
She
cry.
okay.
So if you don't know my story, I was molested as a child. I was also raped as an adult in my own home, and I've been trying to find a way to get that back to the community. So I've been working with Star, and she been like, she wrote up on me the other day, and she was like, "Girl, I've been looking for you. Jesus told me to pull up," and she literally caught me before the healing conference started in the parking lot. And the things that God downloaded to her, she downloaded to me, and she told me to divorce fear and perfection. And we're moving forward with this project that I have been holding on to for 2 years. As well as she's doing, oh God, I can't think of the name of it, Black Girl Empowered or something like that.
Her conference.
Her conference is coming up for ages 17 to 21. And I was just like, oh, how can I help? And she was like, I would love for you to speak. And tell your story. And because there's somebody in the room that's going to identify that it's always been so that they got an attitude. And you're going to be the one that's going to be like, okay, sis, what up, though?
Yeah.
So I will be
about
a speaker for that. I don't know at what capacity, but I'm praying that God prepares me for whatever is to come for that, as well as that it don't tear me down, because sometimes taking on all of that can be emotional.
It's already in you.
So
come on, speak. Look, she said, congratulations, speaker.
I'm nervous, but I'm gonna get it done.
Oh, you absolutely are. It's gonna be good.
As long as it don't interfere with the Divas Brunch.
Oh, right. She knows. I know. She not gonna do that to us. She already knows.
Yeah.
So denim. So it is denim. We are Sherry working on a special guest to come. Right. Okay. We're gonna have a special guest.
Girl, just add me to the group chat.
At this year at the 2025 brunch. And because it's denim, I just feel like we need to have a urban good time, maybe.
Absolutely.
Like, because we're gonna be comfortable.
Yeah.
So this year we started off with the dance party, and so we probably keep that same energy because of what the vision is.
Okay.
So more to come.
Right.
More to come. It's happening.
So when are tickets going on sale?
That's a great question. So tickets are actually going to go on sale the end of January.
Come on, y'all, mark these calendars.
Yes,
they gonna
the
be
end
sold
of
out.
January, so we can get tickets all out the way and be done with that. So the only thing people need to do is focus on their outfit. Yeah. Okay.
And y'all better show up.
And so the brunch is actually denim. The impact is immeasurable. Oh, it's a national holiday. It's funny you should say that.
That's right.
Because we were toying with going back to July for the brunch, which is our normal brunch date. But it seems that everyone enjoyed having it the Labor Day weekend because there's no work on Monday generally. People are here from out of town. They too can also
invite their family.
They can invite their families.
And mama needs to be there.
Yeah.
Your mama having that around that time.
Oh, that's good.
It meant something to us too.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Sure. So we are looking at keeping that same weekend, the Saturday before Labor Day, as 2025.
That's a nice gateway to how, well, my old lifestyle of the gateway to school started, and everybody going into like the start of a year. It's like all right, this is the last thing before we actually go and do something. And I know a lot of educators are at the brunch too.
Yeah.
So
Thank
I think
you. I
good.
needed that.
I think it's good
because I struggled. I really was going back and forth, and this Saturday is when I was like, okay.
It's funny. I can't remember who I was working with for a couple of years, and we were trying to plan something. We can't do it then because it's a Diva brunch.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell is a Diva brunch?
I definitely told people like, oh, I can do this for you, but not that weekend. That's the big, or let me check because let me make sure exactly what day the Divas brunch is because I'm committed to that. And they was like, oh wait, no, because I'm going, so I got to make sure my timeline works too. So people do schedule their lives.
Absolutely.
Amen. Shout out to Marika Tipton too. Marika came out swinging.
Yeah.
We were just listening, like, oh, okay. And when she started speaking, we was like, who in trouble? Because she came out snapping. But a lot of healing took place
for sure
this year at the brunch. So I'm excited. I'm sure healing is going to happen again. But whatever it is, our focus for 2025, I'm just excited. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's going to be good.
Okay.
Oh, it's always good.
It's going to be good.
All right, y'all. It's time to pull that plug. Tell me, what are you pulling the plug on?
I am pulling the plug on not. How about I'm trying to. How do I word this? I've been trying to figure this out for the whole show. But you know how you do things and you don't understand why you're doing it, but you've been doing it and it's not really serving a purpose anymore. Like, so pulling the plug on doing things that don't serve me any purpose. Really.
I'm like, that's mine, Tony.
Like it's just I recently have been doing. Why am I doing this? Like even on Facebook, why are we here? Like why why am I even engaged in this conversation anymore? Like so I don't write as much as I did. I don't argue with people anymore on there. I'm like, all right, that's cool. If it don't serve me, I'm good.
You want to add to it? Or?
Well, yeah. Well, that was mine. It was,
See,
I know it's so right here. Like, no more. I'm pulling the plug on doing things that don't serve me, and that is, people, organizations, projects, whatever, family. It's just like, child. All right, but like, I no longer have interest in things that don't add value.
There you go.
Right? Like if you like not interested at all.
Yeah. You want to go or you want me to go?
I can go. So I think I'm pulling the plug on. It's kind of similar, but also too, like maybe like self-doubt or pulling the plug on not believing I can do something. So I've been making a joke about this for over a month, but I lost my job.
You have been laughing about it.
And you laughing
too. I am the happiest. Like I am
she feel free.
Happy. What's this, week 3? When I tell you I'm the day before the Divas brunch, I lost my job.
Yep.
That Friday.
And she came in there like, y'all, I lost my job.
Yeah, I was like, I got fired today. And I kept on going. I was fine. I was perfectly fine because I should have been gone. I should have been gone. She had been
complaining, and
I found myself being a chronic complainer. All I did was complain. I've been happy. I've been walking around talking to people for 3 weeks. Hey, girl, how you doing? You good? Like,
I ain't even really got on her nerves for real.
Just as happy as can be. So it's like, but that's because God has something else that I got to work on. So I'm going to take those gifts and talents that He gave me from that job to do what it is I should have been doing. So it was fear and it was self-doubt that's been holding me back. And that security of that job. But now I have it. So it's like, now what you gonna do?
Yeah.
You're gonna do what I told you.
That security.
Yeah. That's good. So I'm gonna do what Star said. I'm a divorce fear and perfection, and I'm gonna stop holding on to the assignment that God gave me because I'm scared. Because if He gave it to me, then it means that it needs to be done. So that's what I'm pulling the plug on. As our first guest of this season, would you like to do the honors of pulling the plug?
I get to pull a plug.
Okay. So just hit the flat line.
Okay. So do I have to say I'm pulling the plug?
Just say, now we're pulling the plug.
Now we're pulling the plug. So exciting.
So
I love is when women decide that something is no longer serving them and they get the fuck up out of it. Like, this is no longer meant for me. Got a blast. I love that. Like, I love when women choose themselves, put themselves first. Like, I love that. Girl, look at you. Realizing who the fuck you are and realizing not. I'm not going to deal with this any longer. I need to get up out of this. I need to do what's best for me. And you did that shit. And that's why you a boss ass bitch, because you did that shit. You did that shit. Never forget that you did that shit.